Assalamu alaikum everyone, this is HAFIZ AZIZ and you are watching Language Learners, and today we are going to talk about the 7 C's of effective communication. So let's have a look on the next slide to know that what is the importance of and what is the 7 C's. So over here we have 7 words and every word start from C. Let's start from the top one, which is completeness. I hope you all know, with the passage of time, you will come to know that what is the meaning of completeness in effective communication. Completeness, concreteness, clarity, courtesy, conciseness, consideration, correctness. So, as I was talking to you, that consideration and with the passage of time, you will come to know that we usually apply all these things in our daily life. Whenever we convey to any message to anyone, we convey our message according to our receiver. For example, मैं आप लोगों को lecture deliver करता हूँ according to your understandings. मैं वो slide select करता हूँ जिससे आप लोगों को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा you can gain the knowledge. So let's have a look on the next slide. Next slide, please. Okay, what is the part of the 7 C's of communication in our life? It basically effect for oral and written communication. It basically enhance. So I expect and I wish at the end of the class you will come to know that now writing and communication or all the skills would be better than before. So principle provide guideline for choice of content and style of presentation adapted to the purpose and receiver of your message. इसके अंदर ये होता है कि what we have to do is to consider that who is the target person जिससे हमने बात करनी और according to his or her mood. अभी जैसे हमने पढ़ा था कुछ points उनके courtesy. For example, if we are जैसे हम head principal को कोई भी application लिखते हैं तो we write it with the kindly grant me leave for 1 day. So all of our application is in a polite manner. So जब हम किसी छोटे बच्चे से बात करते हैं we just ask him जाओ ये करके आओ, just go and do this. तो हम उसके साथ polite नहीं होते because we know कि what kind of person that is और उसके accordingly हम अपनी जो speech है वो करते हैं. So let's have a look on the 7 C's of communication. Let's move on to the next slide. And if you all want to write it down, so over here you can also write it down. Other than that, all these slides have been shared with you all in WhatsApp group. So I think the first one is completeness. What do you think, guys? Completeness. What kind of message do you get from here? Completeness. Anyone?
सर बात को कंप्लीट करने को यानी कि कंप्लीटनेस कहते हैं, मुकम्मल बात करने को.
Exactly. For example, if you are going to start anything, you have to end that thing. For example, अभी हमने start किया 7 C's of effective communication, or we won't be able to manage our time और no से exceed कर देता time और हमारा जो है meeting it would be end. तो हमारा lecture ही पूरा deliver नहीं हुआ. So it is against the completeness. So let's have a look on the completeness in the next slide. What does it says? Next slide, please. You all have authority to zoom in or zoom out the slides. So I want you all to pin out Yasir, so it would be easy for all of you to read as well. Let's have a look on completeness. For example, we are over here talking about the business. I am doing a business and I want to convey a message. For example, let's consider that I want to sell my cell phone to any of you. तो मैं क्या करूँगा? I will tell you all the model specification. For example, इसकी ये ROM है, ये RAM है, and all. I will let you know each and everything about my cell phone. और इसके on the other hand, जो कि against जाता है हमारे इस rule के, I just write it down the model name. For example, I have Poco NFC X3 cell phone. Just Google it and come to know that what are the specification. भाई गूगल पे ही अगर मैंने देखनी है तो why am I reading your ad? So we have to convey a full message. For example, if it often happens कि कोई स्टूडेंट होता है वो अपनी बात कन्वे करना चाहता है लेकिन उसका जो मैसेज होता है वो कंप्लीट नहीं होता तो that kind of message create misunderstanding. For example, अब a person listen to the lecture जो हमारा अपलोड हुआ है वो लेक्चर सुनता है और वो लेक्चर था ट्यूसडे का और उसे वो समझ नहीं आया तो उसने हमें कहा है कि मंडे को जो लेक्चर हुआ था वो मुझे समझ नहीं आया तो उसका एक रीस्केड्यूल कर दे मेरी फ्राइडे को क्लास हम फ्राइडे को रीस्केड्यूल कर देते हैं एंड वी आर रेडी टू डिलीवर द लेक्चर व्हिच वी डिलीवर्ड ऑन मंडे तो देन ही जस्ट टेल अस कि ये वाला तो वो लेक्चर ही नहीं था तो these kind of thing if you want to convey anything you just let us know कि ये वाला टॉपिक था और यूट्यूब पे इस दिन वो अपलोड हुआ और आई एम अनएबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट टॉपिक तो उसकी मेरी मीटिंग रीस्केड्यूल करवा दें सो दिस इज हाउ द प्रॉपर वे so let's read this slide. Business message is complete when it contains all facts the reader or listener needs for the reaction you desire. Same for example मैं आपको एक अपनी रियल लाइफ से एग्जांपल देता हूँ. I have a student over here, Abu Bakr. So he was willing to do this course, spoken English course, but one of my team member talked to him and वो convey नहीं हुआ, वो convince नहीं हुआ, मतलब हमसे वो उस मेरे team member से वो message convey नहीं हुआ और वो person convince नहीं हुआ to do this course. So when I talked to that person, I gave him each and every information which was needed, and I just got that desired reaction. He took admission. तो आपका जो एक मैसेज होता है वो एक कंप्लीट होना चाहिए और as you strive for completeness, keeping the following guidelines in mind: provide all necessary information, answer all questions asked, give some extra when desirable. So let's have a look on the next slide to make this slide clear to all of you. W family. W family बच्चों क्या होती
What, who,
So
when,
W से start होने वाले word when, what, where, why.
where, yes.
है? That's good. I am glad that you know most of the things. So over here, provide all necessary information. Answering the 5 W's help make message clear. Who, what, when, where, and why. For example, I just got a card of wedding anniversary. तो मैं कहूँगा जी किसकी है और ये कार्ड है किस चीज का who, what, कब है शादी when, where, कहाँ पे है शादी and why, क्यों है शादी that because the reason is winter season चल रहा है हर किसी की शादियां हो रही okay so let's move on to the next one मतलब इस टाइप का एक जोक आप लोगों को रिफ्रेश करने के लिए होता है और अपने लेक्चर को थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्टिंग करने के लिए होता है वरना आप सब सो जाएंगे Answer all the questions asked. Look for a question. Some may even appear buried within a paragraph. With the passage of time, I will let you know about the scanning and skimming. I hope some of you know about them. So, scanning and skimming वाला जो है एक उससे आपको it would be more clear. So, what you have to do is to attend every lecture. तो here वो कह रही हैं कि कोई क्वेश्चन होता है जो पैराग्राफ के अंदर छुपा होता है, बरीड होता है मतलब छुपा हुआ, जो नॉर्मली हमें नजर नहीं आता. Locate them and answer them precisely. Give some extra when desirable. For example, जैसे मैंने in the very beginning आप लोगों का assessment test लिया. अब क्या होता है फ्राइडे को if any person ask कि मुझे ये वाला concept clear नहीं है, मैं उस बच्चे का assessment test को read करता हूँ and I just came to know about that specific person's mentality or the level of understanding. तो मैं उसके accordingly slides select करता हूँ कि और कुछ extra examples देता हूँ, extra information उसके अंदर add कर देता हूँ ताकि उस बच्चे को समझ आ जाए. अब as I have students from different fields, अब for example जो हमारी textile की हैं उनको अगर मैंने एक specific lecture देना है तो I will give her all the examples related to her specific field, तो उनको उस तरह से ज़्यादा समझ आएगी. तो same thing over here they are talking about कि desirable जो है according to desire you have to change your words. जैसे हम कोई छोटे बच्चे से बात करते हैं तो वो usually talk like अल्लाह मेरा छोटा सा बच्चा इधर आओ. हम अपना एक्सेंट भी चेंज कर देते हैं और मतलब हम अपनी वो सारी टोन भी चेंज कर देते हैं अकॉर्डिंग टू द लिसनर और अकॉर्डिंग टू द पर्सन टू whom we are talking. I hope this slide is clear to you और completeness वाला भी आपको clear है. So let's have a look on the next slide and we will come to know that what does the next slide says. Yes, next slide please. Okay, I think Yasir is a little bit busy. Okay, concise. Is anything wrong over here? Yes. Okay, so
Connectivity issue.
Okay, connectivity issue. So after completeness, the next thing is conciseness. We also pronounce it like conciseness, conciseness. As I told you, we have two approaches, British one and American one. So let's have a look on the definition. It means to be point, not brief, but in fewest possible words or relevant according to the subject matter. Right now, when I make my own assignments and all case studies, जब मैं लिखता हूँ अपने university related, so I put it in my mind कि what kind of teacher I have. मेरी ये जो teacher है, what kind of nature that teacher has. मतलब उन्हें to the point बात चाहिए होती है कि मतलब हमें पता चल जाता है ना कि किस टीचर को लेंथ चाहिए. वो जब देखता है कि भाई इस बच्चे ने बहुत लिखा है तो जस्ट गिव हिम मार्क्स, तो हमें एक टीचर का भी आइडिया हो जाता है. तो सेम एज अब यहाँ पे वो कह रहे हैं कंसीजनेस. फॉर एग्जांपल जब हम एक एप्लीकेशन लिखते हैं एक प्रिंसिपल को, तो हम उसके अंदर एक्स्ट्रा कोई बात नहीं लिखते, वो जस्ट राइट इट डाउन टू रिस्पेक्टेबल मैडम और टीचर and then we just tell them okay, due to this reason we will be unable to come over here, so I need some leave. Almost 3 sentences में हम अपनी जो leave होती है वो complete कर लेते हैं. What is the reason behind that? Anyone? The point is conciseness. Yes, Ibtisam, please let us know.
Sir, the basic reason behind that, they have not a time. They need to the point things. That why we write in 3 or 4 sentences. उनके पास टाइम नहीं होता. They have lots of work to do. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. For example, same thing is when we go to our parents for anything. Although, for example, if our dad has a lot of time और वो मतलब टीवी भी देख रहे हैं तो we just simply do what do we do, हम just उन्हें to the point बात करते हैं. और अगर हम घुमा फिरा के बात कर भी रहे हो तो what does our father say? वो कहते हैं point की बात करो, मतलब हमें बस बताओ चाहिए क्या, what do you need? So we just ask them, for example, if I need some money, I just go to my father, and although I don't go to my father when I need money, although Alhamdulillah, by the mercy of Allah Almighty, I don't need money from my parents now. So right now the point is conciseness. Conciseness होता है कि to the point बात करना. Extra कोई भी आप बात करेंगे, as I said earlier, कि हम अगले person को consider करते हैं. सबसे पहले ये those who are students right now उनके लिए एक बड़ी अच्छी चीज़ है. Keep it in your mind and try to apply it in your real life. अपना जो एक person है जिसके लिए आप एक चीज़ लिख रहे हो उसको consider करो और उसके बाद लिखो, और जब लिख लो तब पढ़ के देखो कि उस person को ये चीज़ समझ आएगी कि नहीं. Same as in listening. For example, I just shift myself from English to Urdu because we have students over here from, I hope, under matric to bachelor's. So that is the only reason I shift myself from English to Urdu, because we have students from different fields of life. And I just, in the next session, one of my uni fellow who is in 8th semester about to earn the degree. So he just came to me and let me know, ask me, yaar Hafiz, I have to learn spoken English. I am just lacking in English. So he was asking me कि मतलब मुझे beginning से करना है, आपने मुझे एक एक चीज़ बतानी है. ABCD, for example, he was like कि आपने मुझे हर चीज़ बतानी है, कोमा कहाँ लगाना है, punctuation, and I was like कि यार he is about to complete his master degree, 16 years of education. So ये तो हालात हैं. There is no age for learning. You can learn anytime when you want. The major thing is desire. As I was considering कि कल कुछ बच्चों का connectivity issue भी था, तो I was also planning that we can language learners can also provide the facility of internet packages to their students free of cost. Only those who wants to learn, who wants to participate in the class. Okay, so we can also give them monthly packages to attend the class. That is just for the sake of those who who can't afford to do these kind of things, but they have passion. We need passion of learning. So let's move on to the next slide. I hope conciseness is clear to all of you. Okay, consideration पे कब से बात हो रही है, and I was talking before कि आपने सबसे पहले consider करना है to whom you are going to talk. For example, मैं आप सबको consider करता हूँ कि अब over here as you all can see all these slides, अब इसके अंदर जो completeness वाली slides थी दो, वो मैंने कहीं और से उठाई हैं, और जो इसके अंदर थी उन्हें मैंने skip करवा दिया. The reason was that कि अभी जो slides मैंने add करवाई हैं which was related to the completeness, I came to know कि उससे मेरे बच्चों को ज़्यादा समझ आएगी. That was the only reason. तो अब ये है कि consideration के अंदर आपने क्या करना है. As I said earlier कि आपने देखना है कि आप किसके लिए कोई चीज़ बोलने लगे हो या करने लगे हो, लिख रहे हो, बोल रहे हो या कुछ भी perform कर रहे हो. You have to consider your audience. Who is your audience? So putting yourself in their place. Try to wear my boots. तो ये भी एक word use होता है. You are not into my shoes. मतलब तुम मेरे जूतों में खड़े ही नहीं हुए. अगर तुम मेरे जूतों में खड़े हो तो तुम्हें पता चले that how difficult it is to stand over there. To put yourself in their place, focus on you in place of I or we. Stress the positive in your message. Focus on you attitude instead of I. अब इसके अंदर क्या कह रहे हैं, वो कह रहे हैं कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल व्हाट डू वी डू. अब कोई भी एक बंदा होता है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ यू आर गोइंग टू टॉक टू एनी पर्सन, आप उसके एटीट्यूड के बारे में कंसिडर करोगे कि अगर मैंने इस तरह बात की तो उसका क्या एटीट्यूड होगा, तो उसके अकॉर्डिंगली मेरा क्या आंसर होना चाहिए. I was also thinking to manage some time to let you know about that how you can become courteous or kind in your speaking. वो हम अभी courteous वाले पॉइंट के अंदर हम डिस्कस करेंगे. आई होप दिस थिंग इज क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू. आई हैव डिस्क्राइब्ड it many times. So let's have a look on the next slide and let you know what does it says. Concreteness. Concrete क्या होती है? Anyone? Okay, that's good. Ibtisam, yes. Let us know what is the concreteness.
सर बेसिकली कंक्रीटनेस का मतलब तो होता है मजबूती, लेकिन ये कंक्रीटनेस वो भी होती है जो सड़क बनाने के लिए इस्तेमाल की जाती है. तो जो यहाँ पे कंक्रीटनेस इस्तेमाल की है वो उन्होंने क्या है कि सेंटेंस में मजबूती मजबूती इस तरह के कोई आपने रेफरेंस अच्छा देना है, तो दैट्स इज कंक्रीटनेस. डिफरेंट वे में इसका डिफरेंट मीनिंग निकल सकता है, तो इंग्लिश में तो यही है इसका.
Okay, so let me read it for you. It means be very clear in thought and expression and must based on facts and figure during writing a message. अब जैसे हम मतलब मैं तो हमेशा मार खाता था पाक स्टडीज में, मुझे डेट्स याद नहीं होती थी. सो सेम एज मतलब मुझे कोई भी सब्जेक्ट तब तक समझ नहीं आता था. रटे वाला तो क्रैमिंग वाला तो सीन ही नहीं ना था मेरी लाइफ में, जब तक मुझे कोई चीज टू द पॉइंट कोई पैराग्राफ का मतलब समझाता नहीं था. तो आई वाज अनएबल टू लर्न दैट थिंग. तो सेम चीज ओवर हियर. कंक्रीटनेस होती है कि वट एवर यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट यू मस्ट बी श्योर अबाउट दैट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप कह रहे हो कि कायद आजम ने ये कहा था. डू वी हैव मरियम हियर? मरियम मुश्ताक.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
ओके, सो मैं I want to tell you all कि I just made a mistake in the Islamic quote. I quoted a quotation and it was not a proven one or a good one. For example, तो तब मरियम मुश्ताक ने she just let me know कि this is not a proved one or it is ज़ईफ हदीस थी I think. So उसने मुझे correct करवा दिया. So what I have to do is now to onward whenever I have to post anything which is related to the Islamic point of view, I just for example talk to her and ask her that is it clear and it is it मतलब concrete, is it based on the facts and figures. ये मतलब हमारे Islamic she is belong to Islamic background you can say. So I just make sure from her. So what you all have to do is whatever you are presenting that can be fact and figures, उसका ये होना चाहिए कि आपको खुद श्योर होना चाहिए. अब फॉर एग्जांपल मैं क्या करता हूँ, मैं आप लोगों को एक लेक्चर डिलीवर करता हूँ, जब तक मुझे श्योरिटी नहीं होगी दैट व्हाट आई एम डिलीवरिंग, और जब तक मैं कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं होऊंगा तो आप लोगों को भी लगेगा. फॉर एग्जांपल व्हेन आई लिसन टू मतलब इट्स बीन 20 years of my life that I have spent in this world, 22. तो व्हाट डू आई डू. अब मुझे एक टीचर को देख के पता चल जाता है, उसके एक ह्यूमर को, उसकी सेंसेस को देख के पता चल जाता है दैट व्हाट काइंड ऑफ पर्सन ही इज. और जब वो फॉर एग्जांपल हमें पढ़ा रहे होते हैं I just came to know that this question is going to appear in my exam. तो मैं बस उसे mark कर लेता हूँ and alhamdulillah I am good in this kind of judging. So that is a blessing of Allah, you can say. So मुझे पता चल जाता है. So try to build these kind of skills in your life. So let's move on to the next one. Thanks for the thumbs up. Okay, I am just getting some messages. I will answer all the messages after the class. Clarity. Whenever I start my class, I usually ask from all of you that is my voice audible? And you often say that yes, sir, your voice is audible. So the reason behind that is, as I was talking yesterday, okay, when I was asking you to write these kind of sentences, तो मुझे कुछ students का message आया कि we are unable to write it down. तो मतलब they were saying कि आप बहुत जल्दी बोल लेते हैं ना, तो try to speak a little bit slowly. तो उसके बाद से मैंने slow बोलना start कर दिया था. तो that is the only reason कि मैंने अपने students को consider किया कि what kind of caliber or listening skills they have. तो उसके accordingly मैंने अपनी clarity को convert कर लिया. For example, if I talk to any person who has a British accent, I just convert my accent into British one. I have a student from Nigeria. So when I talk to that person, I just change my accent according to that person. Hey bro, how are you? That person talk like this. So I also change my accent accordingly. So I do have these kind of skills. Try to build these kind of skills. What you have to do is just to listen to different speakers and try to adopt all those accents. जैसे मैंने आप लोगों को अभी टेड टॉक पे आप लोगों को मैंने दिया था इमरान खान का एक के लिसन टू हिम और सेम एज शाहरुख खान. वो अभी ये है कि शाहरुख खान और इमरान खान उनका जो एक्सेंट है दैट इज मोर लाइक पाकिस्तानी और इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड. तो उन्हें आप लोग अभी सुने. तो with the passage of time, when you become a good in listening, तो आप लोग inshallah you will be able to understand the foreigners as well. So let's move on to the next one. I hope clarity is clear to all of you. Courtesy, as I was talking before, okay, for example, I want you all to participate at least. अगर मैंने कहना है किसी को भी कि ये दरवाजा बंद कर दो, I can also say close the door. What else? इसको मैं polite way में कैसे कर सकता हूँ? Make it a polite sentence.
Please close the door.
Yeah, please close the door. ये किसने बताया है? I am glad you. What else? बराए मेहरबानी को इंग्लिश में क्या कहते हैं? बराए मेहरबानी दरवाजा बंद कर.
Kindly close the door.
Yeah, kindly
Am I right,
close.
sir?
Yes, exactly. You are right. There are some another word that is would. Would you please close the door when you go out? And it is also about the accent. You change your accent according to the listener to whom you are talking to. For example, if I say I need a glass of water, so I can say you, would you please pour some water in my glass? So it changes according to situation or according to the person to whom I am talking to. For example, if I am talking to my maid, so I usually say glass of water, please. So if I talk to my friend, I said glass of water. Lekin when I talk to someone who is respectable to me, or for example, there comes a situation which happens in the brother and sisters, जब तक प्यार से बात ना कहूँ वो मानते नहीं. तो at that time we have to give them respect. So we usually say, I still remember last time when I went to Mary, over there it was too cold, and nobody was there willing to do anything. अब वहाँ पे क्या था, हमने ऑर्डर किया था और दरवाजे पे हमारा जो होटल रूम था उसके दरवाजे पे nobody was willing के मतलब मैं अब उठ के जाऊं. तो at that point I has to use this thing. I just said, would you please would you please go and take the order. So it worked, and I am glad to know कि तब मैंने ये use किया and it worked. So try to use the politeness when you have, for example, अपने मतलब जो होते हैं वो हम politeness के साथ भी पूरे करवा सकते हैं instead of getting angry. So let's move on to the next slide. I hope courtesy is clear to all of you. Just read it down whenever you want. If you have any issue, you can also let me know at any time. Language learners are available 24/7. So the next thing is correctness. As I described in the slide of concreteness, okay, whatever you are saying, you must be sure that whatever you are saying that is grammatically, or the facts and figures you are talking to, or are all of them are correct or not. जैसे I was talking to one of my student yesterday, and he is going to doctor to be. So when I was talking to him, I just asked him, you are going to deliver the lecture of the body related, the human body. तो ये जो facts हैं that you are going to discuss in the class, are all of them are correct or not? So he said 99% are correct. So what I am planning right now is to send them to one of my other friend who is in the field of, you can say that medical field. So now I am going to send that slide to that person and make it sure that all the facts and figures which are written over there, all of them are correct or not. Then I will let my student to deliver that lecture to you. Okay, so अब मैं उर्दू में आप लोगों को बताता हूँ. मेरा एक student है who is going to deliver a lecture in upcoming session. उसने lecture deliver करना है which is related to the human body. Human body के कुछ facts and figures हैं वो उन्होंने describe करने हैं. तो I asked him कि ये सब जो facts and figures हैं ये सही हैं. तो उसने कहा कि 99% सही हैं. तो then I asked him कि okay, just वो same slide send की है one of my brother कि वो medical field में, and I want him to let me know that all the facts and figures are okay or not. तो मैं पहले correct करवाऊंगा उससे when I will be sure about that कि ये जो सारी है information ये correct है या नहीं. उसके बाद I will let him to deliver that lecture to you. So these kind of things matter a lot. और एक lecture को बनाने में it takes a lot of time according to consideration of my students. So let's move on to the next one. And another thing is ये जो lectures होते हैं these are not the मतलब एक prescribed नहीं होते. I just when I start my when I start my lecture वो automatically with the passage of time जो examples मेरे mind में आ रही होती हैं वो हम deliver कर देते हैं. So that is the conclusion. So now you all know the 7C's and how to use them, and it is going to help you become a good communicator, even in writing or even in speaking. Speaking का try to speak, dare to speak. I have a student, Aman. I don't know what is the reason that why doesn't she participate over here. Although she is a good She was one of the best student of mine in the previous batch. I don't know why. So I wish कि वो participate करे, and same as for all of you. अब right now I have some students जिनसे मैं बहुत expect करता हूँ कि they are going to, जैसे आज हमें कुछ students ने बताया है कि they have talent. Some kind of Laiba has some talent, Mubashra has some talent, same as the Filza is I think a painter. We have और भी थे यहाँ पे, sketching भी कोई करता है. So I want you all to participate over here. So that is it for today. And thank you so much for being a part of Language Learners. And thank you so much for listening to me carefully. And I hope and I wish that this is going to enhance your learning and speaking and writing skills. And whenever you will come to know about that, whenever you need to write it down anything, when the batch will be end, I wish you will remind me in a positive manner.